Welcome, welcome home. Welcome home, Super Rock Star Seeds. My name is Melissa, and I will be your multi-density cosmic tour guide today. We are going to take a look at 2024 and see what energies, frequencies are going to be part of the theme and what's going on and what we can expect. It is the year of the dragon, the wood dragon, and I am seeing so many correlations with that. That's exciting to me. So I got out the dragon cards oracle deck that I've had for years. My friend and I got these when I was in Arizona, living in Arizona, and I remember going to just have dinner and have a beer, and we played with the cards then. That was probably like 8 years ago, maybe. So that dragon energy is coming up for us in really strong ways, and many aspects of us are going to remember and be touched by the divine wisdom and knowledge and truth and magic that's in the Christed energy around us through the dragon energy. So the dragons are around us for many reasons, and they are awakening just as humanity is awakening. And there's a lot of strength, support, protection that they have, but some of their main things that they bring to us is that not only are we friends, but they bring us wisdom and knowledge and truth, and help us remember our true nature, which is divine. So it just is part of the codes and activations of our divinity to connect with this dragon energy. And the wood dragon is going to bring us a little bit of extra stability and balance and grounding in as we awaken in each aspect. So I really like that. It's so beautiful. It's so weird. I just moved and it's very bizarre, but I can't find hardly anything. But the dragon cards and my dragon globe that I've had for over 20 years. Dragon globe. I've had for over 20 years. Right on top. So I'm really grateful to unfold with you today. And you know, there's a lot of things going on with the different aspects. We've been through a lot, and the shifting of the duality is coming back into order to all the way to the beginning, and many aspects that we didn't know that we could process we didn't know about. We just didn't know. This is spectacular because all along we have been healing and mending rips and tears and openings that were not supposed to be there in all of us, the traumas, the wounds, the generational patterns and curses, all the way back to the beginning. So of the falling. And so we're coming out of the upside down and mending those tears and wounds even further in 2024 and beyond. This is going to be such a stable, good time for us to recognize ourselves and our truth. It will come with less confusion and chaos, pain and worry. Not that there are not tumultuous things going on, and there's not another layer and another level and another bandwidth layer to heal and work on. But there's that big system, the phantom system, that's been shut down, and some others have been extremely gross and vile. And so that will continue to clear out of our collective energy, our mind, body, spirit, soul energy, and the tears and rips in all of us and the collective in many bandwidth layers and aspects are going to be continuing to heal in huge ways. Huge. It's so beautiful. It's so rich. And then we will be able to see, our hearts will be able to know without blaming each other or behaving badly toward each other in a more united way, what we want, how we want to create this world, this 5D, this higher realms. So it's mending those Akashic records, those 5, 6, 7, 8, 9D. I'm going to pull a card, see what the theme can be to start with. So I'm going to pull a dragon card. There's a lot of people still going through a whole lot. People going against them, lying, cheating, stealing, hurting. That's almost over. The energy is over. And so in the next 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, things that were done with very bad, low intentions, hurting other people, is being healed. So there are many civilizations also in our energy field collective consciousness, and one being Atlantis. And I've said this before, but this is very profound what's going on. Atlantis, Lemuria, Maldak, Avalon, that we all love and remember a little bit. Ancient Egyptian, like way back Chinese dynasties. Those things are being rebalanced and recorrected, and the civilizations that are disconnected from us, or defunct, or blown up, or harmed, those pieces, shattered pieces, are coming back into the divine plan as well, the cosmic Christed divine plan, and coming back into place in the true divine blueprint as well. So they're all pieces of our collective consciousness. And some of that Atlantean stuff that went bad, wrong, hijacked, AI'd, dark stuff happened, is being reversed and still cleared and corrected. And some of that's been shown in our generational lines, as each one of our royal and etheric divine lineages have not only have magic that we're awakening to, that the dragon can help us stay stable and responsible and safe in that Christed energy, but also it has so many wounds and curses and bad stuff in it. So we have seen that unwind on heaven and earth, and it's going to continue to reboot back to the beginning of it's almost like the genesis of spark of our divinity. So we are in our perfect divine blueprint all at once, in every layer, every aspect, and in ourselves. So we've got a long way to go, but we've made a really big step in the last year. And one thing in particular I'm seeing is that the darker energies, or the AI, or the mind control systems, the simulation, just shuts us down and keeps us in slavery and bondage or binding, just like weird people think that they're binding themselves to us. But it slows us down, and it hurts us, it damages us. And I'm seeing in particular like 2004 and 5, 6 and 7, 2004, 5, 6 and 7, as well as 2019, 20, 21, 22, all through the pandemic stuff, be rebooted back to the beginning where it was meant to be. So I am seeing some, like soul tribes come together that were ripped apart in the middle of some of those, like if you were ripped away from your people, or hurt, or abandoned, or anything like that from your people, your places, your spaces, your job, your family, your divine counterparts. It feels like it's coming back around to the beginning. It's all clean, so we can come back in order, divine order and harmony. And this correlates in many ways, so that the connected dots will be that dragon energy is going to help us awaken and keep expanded, so that we are not oppressed and suppressed anymore in many aspects that we didn't even know that we're oppressed and suppressed. And the bandages, the healing, the reboot, the recoding, all the way back to your perfect divine blueprint and plans. Your divinity is free in many ways that has not been in tens of thousands of years. It's going to continue. And part of that is memory and recognition and DNA, etheric DNA, lineage lines, generational lines of these other civilizations as well, including Atlantis, which was the one that almost like twisted us out of any lightness of being. We are going to remember, I'm telling you. I used to say this about the Cubs winning. I would say, one of these days the Cubs will win the World Series, and everyone would sort of just go. But I'm telling you, and it happened. I had to text everyone. I kind of like baseball. We will recognize that the duality is not to stay in committed to suffering until the last person stops suffering, but to remove that karmic cycle from our psyche, our mind, body, spirit, soul, and all of these layers, aspects of who we are, so that we can all stand up and hold each other's hands and keep us out of the suffering and lack and pain and disease and narcissists and things like that. So all the things that were extremely tough. And we will realize that we are light, the divine masculine, and light, the divine feminine. And that comes together in the connection of source as above. I'm telling you, we're going to catch it. So much fun. See what we got on the dragon cards. Oh, gorgeous. Magenta Dragon. Magenta Dragon enables you to bring forward your soul wisdom. See, the Magenta Dragon is part of the heart chakra, is bringing fire to the things that are a little bit needing to burn away and bringing our passion back. We have many layers of the heart chakra, and we could recognize in 2024 a whole lot of re-sparking of passions, purposes, missions. And I think many of you will go, oh yeah, that's my next layer of my purposes and missions and why I'm here and what I can do. So it feels like re-sparking of a lot of passions, as well as continuing to burn away any shadow that is not yours, anything that is not for the highest good. Magenta Dragon enables you to bring forward your soul wisdom. That dragon energy is all about wisdom and knowledge and truth. Awaken your soul memories of the different layers and the different levels and the different civilizations. Awaken your soul memories and higher spiritual understanding. Prepare for accelerated ascension. That's why we're here. We're all in. I'm all about it. Beautiful. See what else we got. The Black Dragon from Saturn. You know, we all know that Saturnian energy is not always easy. The Black Dragon from Saturn brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Concentrate and focus on your ultimate vision. Congratulate yourself, you have passed a test. I was going to mention this. We've all been through extremely tough times in the last few years. And you've passed many tests and many initiations, and not the dark ones. The dark beings were trying to initiate us backwards and recruit us to fallen states in different aspects. Shadow, like almost like luring us. I had a person from Arizona say, we lured you back and we did this and we did that to your web pages so that you couldn't work. And I was like, they were the inverted, wonky, bonky, really not seeing right stuff. This energy, the Black Dragon, is going to continue to help you process and bring you back into your truth, your strength, and help you not be afraid anymore. So any of the fear and things like that will not take away from your truth. And you'll be continuing to activate and be coded back into your strengths and wisdom and knowledge. I kind of like this. I'm surprised. Focus on your ultimate vision. If you don't know what it is, I do this often because I don't know what my ultimate vision is sometimes. So I'll say whatever it is that my higher self knows, whatever it is that God's source creator knows, whatever it is that Jesus Christ knows with me, and help me activate it and continue to wipe away the blind pieces of me so that I can feel it and see it and move forward and balance and integrity. And I have. Your spiritual gifts are getting ready to amp up. So keep going. You know, another thing that I'm seeing for 2024 are not only people coming back to where they were supposed to be in the first place after healing, after falling apart, processing some things that were very hard, is coming back into alignment with their soul families and soul tribes. And I moved and I was driving back and forth, long drives, and I mostly was silent because I love to have the stillness in the car with me, or listen to music really loud and sing. So there was a little of that going on, but at this moment it was kind of silent. I thought, well, I'll just turn on a YouTube and, oh, that's a Sedona person I know and have crossed paths with many times, and let's see what they got going on. And he was talking and I was like, what? That's the information that I'm getting. And he said, he was talking about his soul family. He says, I always like to feed my soul family and nourish them and make sure that everyone's okay. The tall, the short, the rich, the poor. My soul family is important, and that's all that matters. And it just made me just burst out in tears. I am seeing reconciliation energy for people, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you have known them before, or but it could be oftentimes that you have, of your pure tribes and families, and recognition and people treating each other much better, as well as working with the energy of the earth and nature, the bigger picture. And it's cleaning everything. It's cleaning the layers. But I'm seeing counterparts come together and a little bit more. I was so excited in the last few years seeing love not be able to be blocked in people's worlds, their lives. And I think that's just, it's just almost over. The blockage of your free will, your choice has been blocked in the past, and I feel like that's almost over. And so you'll come back into remembering what your passions are, what you love. And I feel like that commitment to God's source creator, the light, is just going to be so much fun. So it makes me happy, and I'm excited about that. I'm gonna pull another dragon card. Let's see what we got. Well, I got 30 of them, but let's do this one. Okay. Source Dragon. You almost look at this and you can kind of go, little shadow dragon right there. Source Dragon, bringing us back into union and our light and back into the infinite light of God. Circle of God. That's why we're here. Look at these different bandwidth layers streaming light in different aspects of our life of the Source Dragon. All of our tribes and lines have particular gifts, talents, and abilities. Got a lot of alchemists doing a lot of work right now. Source Dragon says attunes you to the infinite. Helps keep you stable in the infinite. I just saw that as he's got so this would be like the magician dragon. Be still in the silence. Magic can happen. Be in the moment. Remember your divinity. That dragon energy is going to just hold us up. I think this is going to be delightful. I also got the Return to Spirit card deck out. It's on top. I could find it. And I thought, as we go toward expansion in more of that new earth energy, it's like we'll return to spirit, heaven on earth. I'm telling you, our gifts are going to be more amped up. There's a fear factor going on with lots of persecution and fear over the last years about spiritual things and too much shadow in the spiritual stuff. And if you're not in a particular church or whatever, I'm seeing that our views expand, not be lackadaisical, but expand and realize that we're all coming from the same place. We just might use different words. So there are lots of divine beings running around that might just use different words and have different stances about their beliefs, which is going to expand, and we're all going to come together in many ways. I'm still seeing people touch a lot of nature and outdoors. Look at this. Up. I see what can help us the most. Up. As above. As above. Up. We're uplifting. I can't help it. It's going to happen. Some of the energies are a little bit tough on all of us and kicks our tiny little heinies. And some of it will break us down a little bit more, and some will uplift us a lot more. And we are going to be okay. I'm seeing people come together and love each other, like treat each other well, which just has not really been the theme of humanity for a long time. Gifted. What are your gifts? Someone asked me the other day in a reading that I was doing, like she said, I don't have any teachers. I don't have any supporters. I see, hear, and feel, and I don't know if I'm doing it right. Am I bad? Am I, and how do I know I'm not talking to dark entities or energies or communicating with shadow or being bad? And I said, you will know inside. Each one of us has to do it in our own way, but you can always ask. And the gifts and talents and abilities will be shared by God, Source, Creator, Christ, in ways that are right for each one of us uniquely. We could not ever fit in a box with everybody across the board. And again, the different tribes, by the way, some of them were mentioned in the Bible, in the Old Testaments. Some of the tribes have different magical abilities and backgrounds. So we can go all the way back to all kinds of stuff, Celtic stuff. And remember, they didn't live the same life as we did, but they always had the same heart, the truth, connection with God. So your gifts, talents, abilities, your spiritual stuff, your abilities in different ways, your unique things about you, characteristics, are going to come back into yourself. The things that were stolen, dimmed, smashed, forgotten, are coming back, and you will know, and you'll find your tribe. So we all need validation and support and help in those ways, and so we'll find our tribe and our right people to help us. And you can always ask. The frequency will tell you what's the frequency. The frequency will tell you. Safe. I'm supposed to tell people you're safe. And for the last one, I'm going to pull a Starseeds card. I got meditation. And surrender. I think every single person on the whole planet has had a little bit of tough times in their surrender of stuff. Many of you, the starseeds, the crystalline children, the indigos, the chosen, the anointed, the prophets, the alchemists, whatever words we're using these days, the really good people, have been through a lot of stuff and came here to cleanse and clear the collective. And so that's a barbaric, terrible, vile, gross job. And so we'll just surrender the next layer and the next layer. And I'm telling you, there's so much happiness and love in this as you receive, as the surrender goes and is cleansed, and there's so much happiness coming in. And the meditation, of course, can only be good. So let's see what the meditation, I forgot to read it. Take a moment to connect to Source through quiet, reflective meditation. You know, in this last year, I have done so much to be quiet and alone on purpose. And in my lifetime, I've done that a lot too. I've sort of been sort of like a monk. And it really helps me. It really makes a difference for me. Not everyone's supposed to be alone a lot or whatever. And but just know it's time to have the courage to love each other, and also look inside and continue to breathe in that lightness of being, which is being streamed into the planet. And as we adjust and shift and the codes keep coming in and the downloads, you are safe. You're safer and safer and safer and safer. And we're going to make it through. We're going to make this better than it's ever been for the generations to come. Freedom. Welcome home, everyone. Thank you for your likes and shares, and I'll be back with you soon in my new place as I get it set up, and kind of need some help getting some of this stuff put together and put up, but I'm so excited to be able to be back with you. Thank you, and I love you.